Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadesh Barakatam. The waters and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Mystery. Well, this is Bishop Menashe DC Cam. Short lesson for the hopeful elect. So I just had a little observation to share with you. So this is Esau's power structure that he wields to hold himself at the pinnacle, of the world, and that is a three-letter agencies, all right? And you already know that the number three, is a reflection of knowledge, no, understanding, all right? Knowledge and understanding, and that's just exactly what he wants to be about. He wants to be everywhere, man. He wants to know everything, and that's the reason why his intelligence agencies are referred to as three-letter agencies. All right. He says the term three-letter agencies refers to the agencies of United States national security state that are often identified by three-letter acronyms. All right. So some examples of three-letter agencies in. All right, so you have the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, the FBI. You have Federal Bureau of Investigation. You have the NSA, National Security Agency. You have the DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency. You have the NGA, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. Those are the ones that deal with the satellites and communication, all that stuff. The drones and all that good stuff that they use to intercept. That's just, you know, part of the operation. Then the NRO, National Reconnaissance Office, and then you have the ONI, Office of Naval Intelligence. So you see that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you still have. You can add more. You can add the IRS to that, and you can also add the DHS, Department of Homeland Security. So it says many of these agencies are part of the United States intelligence community. Applicants to these agencies undergo security and suitability assessments that evaluate the integrity, finances, and potential for foreign influence. But it doesn't really do much because they've been hijacked by the Zionists. So all this job description is just irrelevant. And Babylon is falling off at the seams, man. And all the presidents, man, cannot hold it together. You have all these so-called intelligence agencies. You still have people strung out with drugs on the streets of Philadelphia. You know, you have collapsing infrastructure. You have what do you call it? You know, a population of prisoners that have no clue of how to move in life. You have elderly, thinking about what they're gonna do with their funds, whether they can afford medication, keep the utilities on, and all that, even nutrition. So it just shows you, man, that it's not really benefiting the people. It's just another hustle for the elite to stay in power. So these are the tools of white supremacy. This is what Esau uses to keep his resources whole. And like they say, there's a limit, to how far you can go. And the Lord has put that limit on Esau, that he cannot overstep his bounds. All right. So let's get this quick precept in Job chapter 5. All right. See you later. All right, so it's gonna be from uh, 5 and 19. All right, move forward. I read from verse 18. Job 5 and 18. For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He wounded and he make and his hands make whole. So the Lord's gonna bring healing to his people, man. But Esau's agencies, man, was not bringing nothing to the people. It's just a hole, man, a money hole. You know, a money hole. That's just how messed up, society is. All that stuff is just a black hole that you don't really get anything beneficial for the people from these agencies, man. It's just a mess. Teenagers just breaking down. Suicide rates is just unbelievable. So it just shows you, man. What they're doing is not really benefiting the people. You still have to deal with inflation. All right, you still have to deal with eviction notices. You have to deal with folks can't afford to get insurance and all that stuff. Folks can barely what you call it keep the roof over their head. But yet we have intelligence agencies, man. So it just shows you, man, where the funding of Esau is going. It's not really supporting the people. It's not really supporting the foundation. The folks that build these buildings, it's not really um, it's not really benefiting them, man. Because who's a laborer that constructs all these sites where you have these buildings? It's not the agents. Yeah, so the folks that do the construction or the backbreaking work, they're not really benefiting, because they're just at the bottom of the garbage can. So it just shows you, man, that Esau's works is not really paying off. It's just collapsing under its weight. And it's just going to be that way. That's just how the Lord has set it up. That the power of wickedness will not be efficient, you know, that it's gonna be what you call it, man. It's just gonna fall into its demise. All right. So now you hear about the FBI want to relocate out of Washington D.C. Yeah, but somebody got to rebuild. Someone got to put another location up. Someone got to do all the manual labor. You think the agents are gonna be the one out there on the construction site? Nope. Yeah, so it just shows you, man. The folks doing all the hard labor have nothing to gain, man, because it's all going into the pockets of the super elites, and the collapse is imminent. You know, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. So that's how Esau stays in power. He has to continue to shift his agenda to maintain uh, control over the people. And that's just what it is. He has to move the purse in such a way that he subjugates people. And that's the power, he wields with his intelligence agencies, man, is to keep his hegemony intact. Make sure that the puppets and the peons, stay in line. But when the people begin to realize that it's not beneficial to them, all of a sudden, congressmen start complaining that the soldiers are being held hostage by a tyrant. That the people are becoming radicalized and all that stuff. But they don't say that the people are being oppressed by by legislation. You know, and then you have this coming 2025. As for folks that own businesses, you have to register, you know, your information with the FinCEN, the folks that deal with security and enforcement and all that stuff. You know, you have to provide the beneficial ownership information and all that stuff. If you own a LLC and all that, you have to plug your information into their system. Otherwise, it says it's going to be a $500 a day fine and up to 2 years of imprisonment if you do not comply. So how does that benefit the people? That shows you it's a mess. It's a mess. That's how Esau stays in power. He has to squeeze the people. All that information that they're looking for, they could get it from the IRS. They could get it from the states. But when they start saying, "Oh, you have to do it yourself," yeah, that's just another cop out, man, to generate money. To steal from the people. That's just what it is. So if you do not get any information, they're gonna fine you and they could throw you in jail for that. So it just shows you that they're not really about the people, man. They're always about control, 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 and they can't say it's a democracy. It's revealing itself that it's not really a democracy. It's the rule of the oligarchy. The plutocrats and all that stuff. That deem the lives of the people at the bottom as garbage, as being disposable like a tissue. That's why they play with the minds of the people, with the media. You know, they use the media to deceive the people. So at the end of the day, man, you just have to realize that these agencies, man, as they stand, it's not really helping the people at the bottom. It doesn't. All they're doing is just looking out for the interests of the people at the top. And that's how they're able to stay relevant. That's how they're able to shake kingdoms. But when the Lord has decided that the rulership of Esau has to stop, then these agencies are going to start having internal struggles. You know, you're going to hear all types of reports coming out, all types of leaks. So it's a, let me say, it's a quagmire in the making. It's just how the Lord has set it up. And when your salvation is around the corner, you don't expect all these agencies, to operate efficiently as they used to. They're going to start crumbling from within. Why? Because of the anointing of the Lord upon the elect. The people's focus will be somewhere else. They'll not be interested in all the CIA or the FBI or the NSA to look out for them anymore. They were looking to a higher power, and that's why Esau would get so jealous and upset that he has to crack down on the people. And people still have to deal with the MOTB. So when the MOTB is being introduced upon the earth, what would the so-called employees of this agency be doing? Would they be happy that their family members are being carted off to detention centers, having their heads chopped off and all that stuff? So it's just what it is, man. A ball of confusion. So that's the serpent, man. The serpent's world is a world of confusion, and it has to crumble. It doesn't have the proper foundation to stand on. It doesn't have the proper structure to last. That's why the knowledge of Esau's kingdom, the knowledge he's used to build up his kingdom, is no longer valid. Once you put it to the test of time, it fails, man. All it takes is just an extra test, and it starts to crumble. It starts to crumble. It starts to crumble, just like the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua talked about. Those that build their houses upon the sand and those that build their houses upon the rock. And that's what Esau's agencies are, man. They're built upon sand, and quicksand for that matter. So it has to fall apart when the test comes around. So that's what we're seeing. And it doesn't matter how many reports they put out there, that say that, oh, there were no FBI agents on January 6th out there by the Capitol. Nah, people don't care. All they know is that something wasn't right, and it's only a matter of time that the Lord reveals it, and they will not be able to stand the the demolition plan of the Lord. So the Lord is in the demolition process of Babylon, and Esau cannot hinder it. All right. So that's the point. You know, that's in the, that's the point. And read Job chapter 5, verse 19. It says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. In 7 there shall no evil touch thee." So when the Lord is demolishing, Esau's power structure, you know that it's about time, for your deliverance, and that you will be safe. You'll be safe from the calamities that are coming upon the earth. So that's the point there, Akim. The knowledge of Esau's kingdom is not sustainable. It's just going to crumble. What's the use of having an agency that doesn't have a proper foundation in its kingdom? And the people are mad. Why? Because they've drunken the Kool-Aid. And when they drink that Kool-Aid, you see all types of reactions. So, what can you do when you have a enlistment into the military that's lagging behind? You can't see that nation is at the peak of its strength. It's on a decline. So that's just how messed up it is for Babylon. So, all right, so that's the point that I came brought to say. You've been edified, and Tawadaya Bashim Ashai Bashim Kakadash, for helping us point out these things, man, that's right before our eyes. And you're gonna see more, failing, more failure of this system. You're gonna see the cracks in this system. It's becoming evident, you know, it's becoming evident, and people are beginning to see that all these, crypto, kleptomania, man, is just another operation of the government to control the people. And the more people begin to wake up and realize what it is, the more they lead to get frustrated, and that's a wrap for them. All right, Shalom.